Hey guys, today I'm going to be sharing a few random facts about me. So you might be thinking, you just did a video about this not long ago, and it was about 6 months ago, I think. I can't really remember. It was maybe a month, maybe not even a month. Definitely not long after we moved into this house, which was back in October. And a lot of things have changed since then. We've made, say, a lot of progress on the homestead. I have grown, and the things that I liked back then have changed a little bit since now. Since back then, they've changed now. So I thought it'd be really fun to share a few facts with y'all about that. Okay, so on my notepad here, I have a list of just some questions that I just thought up in my head. The first one is, what is my dream animal to keep on the homestead? And a dream reptile, and an unrealistic dream animal, which is like unrealistic as in like something like, I don't know, a zoo animal or something. Yeah, kind of like that, a zoo animal, a wild animal that we wouldn't be able to keep here on the homestead. But the dream animal to keep on the homestead first, I have a few different animals. For goats, I would love to have a long-haired goat. I can't remember what the name of them are, but I would just love to have a long-haired goat. I'll try to put a picture in. So I would like something like that, but I mean, I don't think some can't grow here because it gets like 100 degrees. Those goats in such hot weather, I mean, our sheep hardly make it through days like that because it's so hot because they have so much fur. And we have Doppler sheep, I think. I can't remember the name of them. They're Dorfler, not Dorfler. Dorothy? No, not Dorothy. Doppler, not Dorfler. I don't know. We have a sheep that sheds its own fur. You don't have to, they're a no shear kind. I'll try to ask my mom because I'm really not good at remembering names of things. But we have one of them sheep that you don't even have to groom them, their hair will just fall off naturally. But goats' hair won't fall out naturally. I mean, it will in the summertime. They'll go through a shed, they'll get thicker hair in the wintertime and shed it all off, and not all of it, but of course, shed a good bit of it, just get that coat off in the summertime, and because our goats always do that. Like, Starry's going through her shed right now. Peter used to go through his shed. Simon, she's having a big shed right now. Charlie's even shedding right now. They're all shedding. There's so much fur around our field. And I even had to, today I was out with the goat pen, I had to change my clothes because I was just petting them and fur just got all over my dress, literally, no kidding. It got all over my dress. So I would like a long-haired goat, but I know since it gets so hot, the goat might overheat. And reptiles. What is my favorite reptile? My favorite reptile is probably, or my dream reptile that I have, or not that I have, but my dream reptile that I want is a hognose. That is my dream reptile, definitely, a hognose snake. And I'm saving up for maybe a hognose snake, by the way. I'm saving my money for a hognose snake. And maybe between my next birthday and Christmas, if I get any money from birthday and Christmas, then I just might buy a hognose snake next year for my birthday and Christmas money. A lavender or albino hognose. I love a sunburst morph, but I love a plains, but I want something interesting. Like, I want kind of a super conda or something like that. But it's that gray snake. It's gray, and I cannot remember the name of it once again. But it's a beautiful gray color. I'll put a picture in here. I just can't remember the name, but it's a beautiful gray color. Love a gray hognose snake. And an unrealistic. So I thought about this while I was writing it down, and I thought of the name. I would love to have a hippopotamus. It sounds crazy, either a zebra, but zebras are so close as to goats, like If I wanted to, I could go out there and spray paint black stripes on the goats out there or whatever. And we kind of have a zebra. I mean, let's see. Simon is a color of a zebra, black and white, but it's just spots, not stripes. So, I mean, we kind of got a zebra, kind of in a way. They're so similar, I mean. But I think a hippopotamus would be really cool to have. Maybe a lion, but I think a hippopotamus would be super cool. And yeah, hippopotamuses are just interesting, like with their big mouths and their teeth. I would love to have a hippopotamus, but that's another dream that will not come true. Okay, now let's get into the favorites. My favorite food. I don't know what my favorite food is. Steak is delicious. Oh, macaroni's my favorite food probably. I love macaroni. I absolutely love macaroni. It's my favorite food, and my favorite meal, I guess, would be like steak, mashed potatoes, and green beans. That's my dream meal. And the other night we had steak, mashed potatoes, and green beans a few nights ago, maybe a few weeks ago, and I'm telling you, that was just amazing. It wasn't even my birthday or anything. It was just a regular old night, and Mom was like, let's cook steak, mashed potatoes, and green beans. So we did, and it was absolutely delicious. My favorite subject, oh, if y'all hear, we're having a big storm outside, so if y'all hear rain on the roof, that's just a storm. My favorite subject is currently, it's probably science. I am right now learning about fossils and stuff like that. And my favorite dessert, my favorite book. Okay, Farmer Boy. Y'all, if y'all have been watching my channel for any amount of time, for the past 2 months, I have said that it is Farmer Boy, and it is. Farmer Boy is amazing. Actually, I didn't even put my backpack here for this video. It was just kind of sitting here from school earlier. But Farmer Boy is the best book in the world. I read this thing, no joke, every single day. I read it. Y'all can guess if y'all are like, I wonder if she read Farmer Boy today. After this video comes out, y'all can almost 100% guarantee that I have read this book. Because, I mean, Farmer Boy is just the best book in the world. Please go read it. The whole Little House series is amazing, but Farmer Boy is the best. I mean, you can learn, I've learned so much from this book, seriously. Like, it has illustrations, it's the best book ever. And I've learned, like, let's see, I've learned how to hoe potatoes or how to heal up potatoes. I've learned how to grow a big pumpkin. I've learned how they mark fields, all kinds of stuff. Lots of old and timey stuff in here. What they did with the fur, how they did it, trading, all that kind of stuff. And how they painted the outhouse, or no, not outhouse. They probably painted the outhouse with it too, but it was, they said the cellar, they whitewashed it with like lime, they said. Let me check. Okay, they poured water into pails of lime and they stirred the lime until it stopped boiling and it was whitewashed. So, lime and water and made whitewash. So, you can learn so very much from this book right here. I recommend it 100% to anybody. My favorite dessert, ice cream. My favorite, or Alabama cake. Alabama cake is delicious. We learned it from the Brenda Gant cookbook. Alabama cake and ice cream is my favorite. So those are really, and banana cake, carrot cake, those are all good. But my favorite of all is ice cream. What is my favorite season? Oh wait, no, my favorite reptile. My favorite reptile, I guess, that I own, or yeah, probably that I own, probably my anoles. I love the leopard gecko, of course, too, but the anoles, literally, I have not had to do any attendance on them for the past week. They, of course, I'm giving them everything they need, but they are just so easy. They don't eat very much because they're smaller lizards. Their tank stays pretty clean. The anole's tank is a little cleaner. He poops in one specific corner, and my anoles, they just poop wherever they want to. So, I must say, the anoles are a little more messy. But I mean, they're super easy. You just put their tank together, make sure they have their heat, water, and food, of course. I do that every day. But literally, I turn their light on in the morning, unplug it at night, offer them food like once every 2 days. And I just fill out their water dish and they are just fine. And leopard gecko, he takes a little more attendance. He drinks more water, so I gotta fill up his more. He eats a lot more. Every single day he eats like 5 mealworms, and he costs a lot. But for food at least, not that much, but I'm sure not compared to like, I don't know, bearded dragon or something like that. But you know, he does cost a little more, but he is more clean. So for care, probably him. For budget, probably the anoles because they're cheaper. So stuff like that. My favorite season, fall time, is definitely my favorite season. It's getting so cool and all that kind of stuff, and it's so much fun. And my favorite animal. You'll probably know this by now. Is it animal we own or favorite animal altogether? So probably my favorite animal altogether is goats. My favorite animal that we own is goats. Well, no, I take that back. I'm sorry, but I love the chicks so much. My favorite animal that we used to own was Peter. If y'all didn't know, he passed away in January. So he was definitely my favorite. You could ask me any day of the week, except for when he got out. Sometimes he would break through the fence and get out. So if you ask me on the day that he did do that, then I probably wouldn't say he's my favorite. But we all miss him really much, so we would definitely say that if he was still alive, he would be our favorite. But the favorite we own now is the chicks. The chicks are just so fun. They're adorable. They're funny. Yeah, the chicks are my favorite for right now. But the goats are my favorite animal. So I think that is all the questions. I kind of hope y'all found this enjoyable, and I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and we'll see y'all on the next adventure.